It's a great time to be alive. Welcome back, Star Beings. Welcome to Spiritual Ascension, where we honor the soul, serve our life's purpose, and raise our vibration. So I just want to put out a quick video here to make a challenge to all of you out there who are becoming spiritual, living a spiritual life, going through the awakening process. I want to make a challenge to you, and I think it's something that isn't spoken about enough, and I just want to briefly talk about it and challenge you guys. So being a spiritual person and living a spiritual life means that you are accepting of everybody, okay? You accept everybody and everything. You understand that we all come from one source energy. I call it God source energy. You can call it prime source energy. You could just call it source energy. We all come from one energy source. Listen to the words. We all come from one energy source. And we are all made in the image of God source energy. So when I say all, who am I excluding? No one. What? No one. No one is excluded. What about that alien over there, that gray alien, that Zeta Reptilii? Is he excluded? Nope. What about that reptilian right behind me, right there? What about that reptilian? Please tell me reptilians are awful. Please tell me they're awful and they're scary, and he doesn't come. There's no way he comes from the same place I do. Yeah, he does. We are all one. We're all connected. We are all from one source energy. When I say all, I'm not talking about just our human race. I'm talking about every race. Every living existence, everything is made out of energy. And we all come from God source energy. All of us in the entire universe. So I challenge you, when you think about an extraterrestrial, when you think about multidimensional beings, when you think about that, understand that they are us and we are them, right? We are them and they are us. We all come from the same source energy. We are all made in the image of God source energy. He created us all and we're all equal. And if you've ever wondered how an alien race, and I love to use the word multidimensional, but alien seems to connect more with the human race, especially with multidimensional. Not always, not a lot of people that are just going through spirituality and just waking up and stuff, they might not understand what a multidimensional is. So I use the term alien on these videos sometimes, but they're really multidimensional because so are we, meaning that there's multi dimensions and we all come from different dimensions, right? And so when our energy resonates, when we pass and we go back to the universe, we resonate at a certain frequency, and that frequency determines what dimension we're in, right? What dimension do we resonate in? And so the higher our vibration or frequency, the higher the dimension. So you can go in and out of dimensions, obviously, as a spiritual being, but understand that we're all equal and we've all come here. So how an alien looks at us, they look at us as a spiritual being. They do not look at us whatsoever as some type of dumb, undeveloped, stupid human race. They don't look at us as, oh, that's an easy target. I'm going to go destroy this planet. I'm going to take all their resources. Oh, they're easy. We're so much smarter than them. No, because they understand we are them. They understand that if they come here and harm us, they actually harm themselves. That's right. If you actually harm a human, you are actually harming yourself, because we are all one. We are all connected. And that's what spirituality is. And if you're not at that point in your spiritual journey where you understand this, I challenge you to learn that, because it'll broaden and open up the way you see things. Because right now, you might be seeing things just like this through tunnel vision, right? You're just seeing things right now like this. But the more you understand, the bigger that gets, the wider it gets, and the wider it gets, and the wider it gets. And now you see, you know, if you're looking at a view, this is all you can see. This is your lens. Now you went here, you've already doubled your lens. Now you tripled your lens. Now you quadrupled your lens. And the more you learn in spirituality, you can't even see my hands because they're about 1,000 feet that way and my other hand is about 2,000 feet that way. No, they're not, they're right here. But that's my point, is that now you're looking through that lens. And just imagine the information out there that you have yet to learn about. Imagine what else is out there that you have yet to discover as a spiritual being. Because if you're just sitting this way, you need to start opening this up, and you need to open it up wide. And it's going to take time. Don't put pressure on yourself, right? When I say it's going to take time, time doesn't exist, right? It does on this planet, right? So in the case of a human being, it's going to take time, right? But there's no such thing as, I need to get this done as quick as possible. Don't rush it. Just enjoy the process. The process for you, wherever you're at in your spiritual journey, is exactly where you need to be. You're not supposed to be where I'm at. You're not supposed to be where he's at. You're not supposed to be where she's at. You're supposed to be where you're at. Understand that. You are exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And allow that process to occur over time. If you want to grow spiritually and you want to grow and move at a fast pace, by all means do it. Right? If you want to take your time and you're kind of curious and you're tiptoeing because you're a little bit nervous, and that's fine too. There's no right or wrong way to do it. There's no wrong or right way to do it, right? And there's no time limit. There's no time. Time doesn't exist. That's why we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get things done in time. Oh my God, yeah, I want to be like him or I want to be like her. No, don't be like anybody else. Be like you. Be like you. Only be you, because there's only one you, right? There's one you, but you're my brother. You're my sister. We're all connected. If I love myself, I love you. We're all connected. Not just this planet, the entire universe. So I challenge you to open your mind, to see things from a different angle, to look at things from different angles, and always question what's the truth. And do your own research. I cannot explain to you how important that is, to dive into books and to do your own research. Dive into your own soul, your higher self. Connect to your higher self. Your higher self is a library of every life that you've ever lived, right? Is a library. I lived over 300 lives, okay? I've lived a little bit over 300 lives. Me personally, okay? How do I know? Connected to my higher self. Honestly, you have what it takes. You do. We all do. I'm nobody special. We're all equal, okay? Everybody has the same psychic ability. Everybody has the same healing ability. Everybody has the same spiritual ability. Everybody can do absolutely everything that you always hear about people doing. You can do it too. Doesn't matter where you come from. Spirituality is about the soul, okay? Spirituality doesn't have a race. It doesn't have a color, okay? It doesn't. We're all connected. We all come from source energy. If you can pull information from source energy and you can pull information down from your higher self, you can expand your consciousness, raising your vibration, and you can have the best human experience while also having the best human spiritual experience. So that's what I challenge everyone that's watching this video today. Be the best version of you. Don't try to be like anyone else. And take your time. If you feel like you need to take your time, don't rush it. Spirituality is not something, it's free. It's freedom. It's wide open. There's no wrong or right way to do it. Do what feels good to you. Trust your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition. Don't just dive into books, but dive into your soul. Ask questions. Ask your guides to help you. If you set the intention, guides, please help show me where I'm from. Please. And you meditate, you might see it the first time. They might communicate. You might be able to break it through the first time or the second time. It might take you 100 times, but don't give up. Don't give up. If it takes you 100 times, there's probably blockages in your life that you have to clear out before you can raise your vibration, because sometimes if we're mad at somebody and we're holding on to negative energy and we don't release it to the universe, right? We don't do our shadow work. We don't release the negative energy. We carry negative energy around us, right? Or we hang around negative people, but you're trying to be spiritual, but you're hanging around the wrong people. You're carrying around grudges. You hate this, you hate that. You're using the word hate all the time. Oh, I hate him. Oh, I hate her. Oh, I hate that song. Stop using the word hate. Start with that, right? You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, if you want to connect and find the answers, find where you're from, you can read books, but the best place to find it is from within, right? And if you want to find it within, you have to remove a lot of the blockages that you've carried with you, whether it's recently or you carried with you through a long time. Just a quick example, and I'll end the video. When I grew up in a very abusive household. I grew up in a very abusive home. Very, very, very abusive home. Verbally abusive, physically abusive father. And I turned out to be a beautiful father. I feel I'm a beautiful, spiritual, multi-dimensional star being. I have a very kind heart. And however I was treated and whatever negative experiences that I lived through, when I was a teenager, I lashed out because of what happened to me as a kid, what the lifestyle that I had to go through growing up, right? I lashed out. But once I found spirituality a long time ago, we're like 18 years ago when I found, it's just been a long time. The years don't matter. It's just been, quite a while when I found spirituality and I understood what shadow work was. I could finally forgive my father for what he did. And forgive myself too. Forgive myself for what I did, right? Because I would lash out at people because I was angry at the world because of how I was treated as a kid, right? Growing up. And you probably resonate with that or something similar, right? Maybe it's a relationship or something in your life that negatively affects you. When you release that and you do the shadow work, you dive into it. And I do have a video on shadow work. Go check it out on the playlist. So, if this is the first time you're watching my videos or my channel, go check out the shadow work video. More is coming, more videos are coming. But if you do the shadow work and you get rid of and you forgive and you release that negative energy, now you can start really connecting to your higher self, and you can pull energy from your higher self. Your higher self is a library of every life that you have ever lived. Imagine how much you can change your life in a positive way if you can grab even 1% of your higher self's knowledge. If you could just download 1% of everything that your higher self, which is your highest version, your soul, your soul up in the universe is your higher self. It's the version of you. It's the library of all of your lives. It's a living soul. It's part of your soul. You're connected to it every single day, but you don't access it, right? You don't access it, but you can. All the answers are within. Just look within. And if you're struggling to look within, find out why you're struggling and overcome those obstacles. If you feel you need to reach out to an intuitive, somebody who can connect to your spirit guides and maybe give you some information that you're curious about, feel free to do that. Just make sure it's reputable, intuitive, somebody that's not just going to take your money, somebody that's going to actually invest, and somebody that's, maybe has good reviews and stuff. There's a lot of great intuitives in the world, but there's also people out there that are just trying to take your money and they'll tell you whatever, they think that you want to hear. So just be careful if you choose to go that route. But understand you don't need to. All the information's from within. So I challenge you to look into yourself, to find your own truth. Everything I tell you about my life, everything I tell you through my videos about my ET abductions, from who I am as a spiritual being, what I know about the universe, how I can tell you how a Palladian lives this or how this does that. All this information comes from me. It's my own truth because I've dived into my own soul. I've asked my higher self. I've connected. I've meditated. I've astral projected. I've done all of these things, and I continue to do them because I will continue practicing spirituality and living my life as a spiritual being for the rest of my life. And I will continue to learn more and more every single day. So that's the challenge to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please have an energetic day, and I'll see everybody when I drop another video. More stuff's coming. Thanks guys for stopping by. Peace, love, and light.